Meanwhile, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, it's the Manitoba Moose representing the Vancouver Canucks of the National Hockey League. Manitoba has a black jersey with green trim, white names and numbers, black pants, black socks. They will skate from left to right in front of starting goaltender Maxime Ouellet. Penguins starting lineup. Steven Dixon snaps back the face-off. We are underway. Penguins chip a puck deep. It bounces right off the dasher board in front of the Manitoba team bench and jumps up into the player seating area. So just 11 seconds into the hockey game, we have our first whistle, and it will come at the Blue Cross blue line right in front of Penguins head coach Michel Therrien. Michel Therrien, what a masterful job with Wilkes-Barre. 93-56, 10 ties, 17 overtime losses, and 8 shootout losses. Coach Therrien has just been awesome all season long. Penguins trying to come along. They look to be offside. They were. Tonight's referee is Ryan Fraser. The linesmen are Scott Adams and Bob Firer. Looking back at Maxime Ouellet, early first-round draft pick by the Philadelphia Flyers. He did not really get going with the Flyers organization. Went to the Capitals, saw him quite a bit in Portland. He's a good goaltender, typical butterfly kid from Quebec. A little bit quirky, a little bit superstitious, doesn't like the heavy traffic. Started the season in Hershey. They tried to find a place for him in Vancouver, has signed up. Penguins have Tomas Sarovi, Rico Fata, and Michel Ouellet. Penguins trying to aggressively attack. Sarovi thought he had one. Noah Welch is shot through a screen. That goes wide. Good read by Kelleher to move forward, keep that puck onside. Ouellet had a 12-game scoring streak snapped last night. Did not get any points. Only Dixon with an assist and Koltsov with the late goal on the score sheet for the Penguins. Manitoba, a very solid 3-1 winner last night, and the Moose have a 3-on-1 break. Here's a chance. It's Alex Burrows walking in, deep shot, big save by Caron. So Alex Burrows, who I thought was very impressive last night from Manitoba, he basically stole the puck from Kelleher, broke down quickly on a 2-on-1. Instead of making the pass, he took a good shot from the left face-off dot. Caron held his ground. That's a good one for Sebastien Caron. You don't like to see odd man rushes and wide open scoring chances, but at least you like to see that establishing save by Penguins netminder Sebastien Caron. The Moose really showing how defense can turn to offense under Coach Alain Vigneault's system. Here we go. Jimmy Roy and Daniel Carcillo, and Carcillo has Roy in a bad way. Daniel Carcillo was ready from the hop, and Jimmy Roy, he looks like he got hit over the head with a banjo. Daniel Carcillo has not lost yet, and Jimmy Roy is another notch on the gun belt. Roy is probably going to want some more, but Daniel Carcillo may have hurt his hand punching Roy that hard in the head. Wow, Jimmy Roy scored a... So let's wait for the announcement. Manitoba looks like they have a 5-minute power play. Yikes. Sven Butenschon gets a face-off to Burrows. We're waiting for the announcement. Joseph Ballet gets it down low. Butenschon tried to sneak in the back door. Ballet took his eye off the puck, but does keep it onside. Manitoba skating from left to right in their dark uniforms. Quick shot. Nice save by Caron.
One, Jimmy Roy. 5 minutes for fighting. Penguins, number 13.
So Roy
Daniel
got 5
Carcillo.
for fighting.
5 minutes for fighting. 5 minutes, match penalty with intent to injure. Time of the penalties, 1:01.
So I guess there's a rule against punching a guy in the face when you're in a fight. I don't know. I don't want to run Ryan Fraser's show. We've had some tough calls from him in the past. But it looked to me like Carcillo was just doing his thing. Roy fell down. Carcillo punched him hard. And Carcillo got the gate for the night. That's a match penalty. So now Manitoba with a huge advantage. Burrows a shot. Big save by Caron. Nice save. Cleared out by Rico Fata. Sebastien Caron has obviously brought his A game, and now we have a penalty. It looks like goaltender interference against Manitoba. So, again, you don't ever want to criticize individual referees. Everybody's doing the best they can. Welcome back. Penguins win an offensive faceoff. Daniel Fernholm and Michel Ouellette, a couple of nice shots that went just wide. Ouellette in front, Rico Fata, nice shot on net by Rico Fata. Very good work by Ouellette and Fata. Coach Therrien did not mince words. He said he wanted some more production from some of the high-end guys. Rico Fata clearly in that category. Good work by Fernholm to take an original shot. Ouellette chased down a rebound. Took his time. Rico got open in the slot. Good shot on net, and a very nice save by Maxi Ouellette. Dixon out there with Koltsov, Fernholm, Bonvie, and Bissonnette. The Moose have captain Mike Keane, who's waved off on the faceoff. Jimmy Roy comes in. Penguins win the draw. Fernholm getting a lot of ice time. Really looking good here. He controls the puck at that blue line during the offensive attack. Bonvie's out there, no Mojish. Koltsov tried to work one free. Dennis Bonvie will slide it behind the net. It's almost like the Penguins are on a power play, but this is even strength hockey. Quick shot off angle by Bonvie. Good save by Ouellette. The Penguins are getting back to the basics. If you remember the Dodge keys to the game, I said create more traffic, get pucks on the net, work the cycle, get behind the Manitoba defense. So far, we've seen a little bit more of that in the early parts of this first period than we saw at times in the entire of last night's game. 12:52 to go in the first period, no score, and the Penguins with 4 real nice shots on goal. Stone wins an offensive faceoff. Kelleher will step around his man Burrows. Kelleher deep behind the net. Colby Armstrong tried to feather one in front. Manitoba will stem the tide. They're very good at protecting the front of their goal cage. Here's a rolling puck. Caron banks it up the far side boards. Good breakout by Caron. Here's a lift pass. Stone has Lefebvre. 2-on-1. Guillaume Lefebvre walks in, shoots and scores! Give Sebastien Caron all the credit in the world. A great breakout pass. Next thing you know, Ryan Stone is on a 2-on-1. Guillaume Lefebvre gets his 5th goal of the season. Ryan Stone has the primary assist, but Sebastien Caron with a heads-up breakout pass, and Guillaume Lefebvre took his time, came in, beat Maxime Ouellette to the stick side, and the Penguins get an early goal, 1-0.
Guillaume Lefebvre.
Here's the announcement from PA announcer Bobby
His
Day.
5th of the season. An assist to
Here come the Penguins on a 2-on-1. Back the other way.
And number 9, Colby Armstrong. Time of the goal, 7:31. Penguins goal.
Nice shot on net that time by the Penguins after the face-off from the goal. Caron passed it to Colby Armstrong. Armstrong found Ryan Stone breaking in on the 2-on-1, and Guillaume Lefebvre really having a nice season so far. He had the early ankle problems. Nice, patient goal scorer shot there. Beat Ouellette to the stick side, and then the Penguins came right back with a 2-on-1 and almost got a second. Nice hustle. Koltsov wins a race, pass and a shot. There's a goal by Steven Dixon. Bang, bang, bong. Here you go. The Penguins are getting traffic in front. Konstantin Koltsov looked like Carl Lewis getting into the corner. Passed it out into the high slot right in the face-off circle. Dixon banked one low to the far glove side. And Steven Dixon from Halifax, Nova Scotia, he gets his 3rd goal of the season, and Koltsov really stepping it up on the speed factor. Scuderi is out there with Stone, Ouellette, Sarovi, and Kelleher. Good hustle by Kelleher to keep that face-off onside. Sarovi, top of the far circle. Sarovi walks in deep, back to Kelleher, near point to Scuderi. Down low, Ouellette, one-timer to Stone, just missed the far post. That was close. Penguins have Manitoba on their heels. Penguins are playing on their toes. Here is Ouellette, back to Scuderi. Little tip shot, that's bouncing across, hard slap shot. Oh, what a nice block in front by Manitoba. Sarovi thought he had it labeled. Sarovi, a one-timer. Oh, the Penguins are looking terrific. Excellent puck movement between Ouellette, Kelleher, and Sarovi. You can hear the fans cheering in the background. This is like a whole different hockey team. Last night, Manitoba got the early flow. They had a power play goal. They got a late deflection in the first period. Tonight, the Penguins look like the best team in the league who are angry about a loss last night. Tonight with your headsets, don't forget to spread the word. We want to have that ice littered with toys and gifts for the kids next weekend. Scuderi gets a puck at center ice. Smart clearing. Lefebvre tries to win a check. That should be interference against Manitoba, and it will be. So right now the Moose, the old obstruction hooking that we saw for 10 years, slow down the National Hockey League and the American League. They call it. The Penguins are outskating Manitoba right now, and they are forced to take these penalties. The Penguins are they're like a whole different team from last night. Everybody's playing better, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. 14:58 is the time. Kevin Bieksa is going off for an interference call. I actually don't think it was Bieksa who did the interference. The Penguins don't care. They're on a power play.
Bieksa, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 14:58.
So the Penguins on the power play. Laurie Decker of Oliphant is our Red Robin Lucky power play contestant. Now here's a possible steal by Rico Fetta. Walking in, shoots on, scores! Rico Fetta finally lights the lamp, and he's feeling pretty darn good about it. You have to give Coach Therrien all the credit in the world, pushing the right buttons. Rico Fetta is fast, he's talented, he cares, and that time he pounced on a Manitoba turnover, and he made the Moose pay, and they paid quick. Just 16 seconds after the penalty, the Penguins get a goal. It'll be Rico Fetta, a first period power play tally. Nice going, Rico.
Number 11, Rico Fetta. His first of the season unassisted at 15:16. That's Penguins power play goal scored by Fetta at 15:16.
Now we wonder, are we going to have the old goalie change? Last year on opening night, the Penguins lit up Alex Old. They scored on the first 2 shots of the game, the first shot of the second period. They put in Wade Flaherty, and Manitoba came back to win. Right now, though, Maxi Willett has not played a lot of hockey. He's only appeared in 3 games so far this season. And the Penguins have 3 goals on 15 shots, but Wilkes-Barre just took a penalty. So
Landon, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 15:29. That's Penguins Landon, 2 minutes for slashing at 15:29.
So the Penguins get a penalty. Lannon didn't like the call. I think with the way the game's been called, though, the Penguins don't have any gripes other than losing Carcillo. But Lannon's in the box. Manitoba has a terrific chance to try to get something going. Armstrong, good strong battle against Sven Butenshaw. Bootsy will be my first period intermission guest. Nice teamwork between Scuderi and Armstrong. Colby is really looking good. The Penguins have goals from Lefebvre, Dixon, and a power play breakaway shot by Rico Fetta unassisted. Penguins with a nifty 3-0 lead, looking that good. I mean, you can't believe it's the same 2 teams. Nice hit by Michel Willett as he just went into Ryan Beta. Beta is coming back off a serious knee injury suffered last year playing with the Lowell Lock Monsters, part of the Carolina affiliation. Penguins good breakout. Rico is really feeling his oats now. Good breakout. Now Willett has a jump on Alex Burrows. Willett shorthanded. Tough angle, looking for a teammate. Rico, good hesitation move, doesn't shoot it. Works it all the way back to Rob Scuderi. Right now, the Penguins look like about the 1998 Detroit Red Wings, the way they're playing this game. 3 minutes to go. The fans are feeling it. My goodness, what a hockey game. 3-0 Wilkes-Barre. Manitoba has 25 seconds to go. Caron banks one up, but not out. Turnaround slap shot goes wide. Koltsov tries to cover the high rebound. Jason Jaffrey shuffles one deep back to the point. It's Bieksa. Fakes the shot. Kicks it across. Preston Ryan tip shot through a screen. Kelleher blocks it and knocks it out of the zone with just 6 seconds to go on the Manitoba power play. The Moose in the neutral zone try to generate one more rush. Coming along, Kelleher, good job. Lannon is out of the box. Penguins trying to battle on. Penguins would like a whistle with 2:25 to go in the period. Manitoba, here's a shot through a screen. Good kick block. Penguins have a break. It's Stone working with, that is Koltsov, 2-on-2. Stone, left wing side, takes it behind the net. Stone fights off a checker. Stone looking around, drifts way up on high, rotates it back. Guillaume Lefebvre comes barreling in. Good hit on Preston Ryan. Oh, the Penguins are skating like gangbusters tonight. Excellent hitting everywhere you go. Stone and Armstrong really paying the price. Nice step-up hit by Daniel Fernholm as well. Manitoba's trying to find any kind of flow they can It's just not happening their way. That time Manitoba had a very sloppy line change and got away with 6 men on the ice. Manitoba dribbles one in. Caron, a kick save, taps it over to Fernholm. Daniel Fernholm, very good with the puck so far this weekend. He'd only played one game in the American League, played 18 with Wheeling, and he's looking real comfortable in the offensive part of this game. Lannon, a clear, and is knocked down by Fortunas. Sorovi tries to battle. Jesse Soltz knocks it ahead. Manitoba comes 3-on-3. Scuderi, an excellent backup. Lannon coming across. Good job. The Penguins are really playing well. Scuderi takes a hard hit that time from Mashevsky. That could lead to trouble later on. Here's a break for Rico Fata. Shoots and scores! Rico! Well, it took Rico Fata 25 games to score his first goal between Wilkes-Barre and Pittsburgh. It's taken about 3 minutes to get 2 in a row, and Rico Fata turning on the Jets, having some fun at 18:52. The Penguins have opened up a can of you-know-what. They have taken a 4-0 lead. And I don't know if that's going to be it from Maxi Willette. I will not be surprised to see Wade Flaherty come in the second period. The best overall period of the entire season, outshooting Manitoba 16-2. 5 seconds to go in the period. Nice hit by Bonvie on Burrows. Mashevsky is jarring Bonvie, and now Mashevsky is coming on. Oh, Mashevsky jumped Dennis Bonvie. Mashevsky, with an obvious instigator, jumped on the bench. Too many men on the ice. Mashevsky jumped Dennis Bonvie, and Dennis just cruising around. Ryan Fraser, if you're going to throw Carcillo out of the game for a match penalty, you have got to get Mashevsky an instigator. Too many men on the ice, a misconduct. Bonvie is laughing at Mashevsky. I hope they do the right things here. Mashevsky just barreled over the boards like the old 70s brawl stuff. So the Penguins are going to get something here, I'm sure. Ryan Fraser has been calling it close, calling it tight. You can only hope that they saw Mashevsky come barreling off the bench illegally. Right now, though, it is 4-0 Penguins. Jonathan Filowich trying to get open in front. Kelleher will scoop in for a loose puck. The Penguins have won practically every race. Kelleher across the way to Scuderi. Kelleher, center point, takes his time, looks around from the far wing, zips one down low. Scuderi banks it back and forth with Dixon. Kelleher wants the one-timer. There it is. Nice pad save by Willette. Kelleher has just been super on that one-timer. Scuderi, far left point, sends it down low, pass in front. Koltsov just overskated it. Rolling puck stays onside. Now Manitoba's defenseman is missing a stick. Koltsov wants to keep that moving. Now Jimmy Roy dove on the puck. That should be delay of game, and they're going to call it. Good job by Ryan Fraser. That is delay of game. He had no stick. He jumped on the puck like it was a hand grenade, and I believe we're going to be looking at a 5-on-3 power play for the next 2 minutes. Jimmy Roy, there's a panic. He's saying, no, I didn't have my stick. I got on it. This is a classic delay of game call, and Ryan Fraser had the guts to call it. That's exactly what he did. He delayed the game. This will come at 1:22 of the second period, and the Penguins have been given every opportunity here to break this thing open. They lead it 4-0, 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes.
2 minutes for delay of the game. Time of the penalty, 1:20.
Rico Fata is on hat trick watch. We'd love to see him get it. Sorovi, Kelleher up on the point. Kelleher, far left wing. Willette back to Sorovi. They quickly go to Kelleher. Sorovi on the go. He fanned off the heel. That's too bad for the second night in a row. Sorovi has just broken a stick on a one-time bid. That time one of the Penguins was spilled. It was Rico Fata. Here's Rico coming in, tough angle, back to Sorovi. Across to Kelleher. They're looking for a shot. Sorovi and Kelleher taking their time down low. Sweep pass. Oh, Rico is right on the post for the hat trick. Very close. Good save by Willette. The Penguins obviously have their act together tonight. They have looked sensational. Here's Rico Fata onside. High trailer is Kelleher. Across to Sorovi, center point. Down to Rico, back to Sorovi. Shoots and scores! Oh, that's a laser beam. Tomas Sarovi just lowered the boom, and the Penguins are now on a Italian romp. 5 goals, 19 shots, and Maxi Willette is wondering what he did to deserve this. Sarovi took a perfect pass from Rico Fata, who now has 2 goals and an assist. Are a winner on the Red Robin Lucky power play. Wilkes-Barre still on the power play with a 5-0 lead with a minute and a half to go on the second man advantage. Dennis Bonvie scraps it down low to Colby Armstrong. Colby tried a quick give-and-go pass. Manitoba's having a real problem. The Penguins are all over them like a fire blanket at a Cub Scout fire. Here come the Penguins, forechecking, knocking it down. Noah Welch tried to reach for it. Alex Burrows, good job to help usher it out. Scuderi zips one far ahead. Penguins on some give and go. Nice sweep in behind the back pass by Bonvie. Maxi Willette tosses it out in front. There's a steal by Noah Welch and a hard shot on goal. The Penguins have taken 20 unanswered shots on goal since Manitoba had the first 2 of the game. The shots on goal are 20-2. The Penguins have 1:02 to go on the second penalty to Mashevsky. Roy came out of the box after the Penguins scored the goal during the 5-on-3. 17 minutes to go, second period. The Penguins a 5-0 lead. Wow, is this fun. 1 minute to go on the power play. Here's a clearing bid by Manitoba. Mike Keane helped usher it out. Kelleher goes back to get it, fires a quick lead to Sarovi. It did not connect. Sven Butenschon came forward. Sven had a misplay that time. Penguins trying to lead a charge. Michel Willette with a good stick check. Rico Fata on hat trick. Nobody would be happier than Michel Therrien to see Rico Fata respond with a hat trick tonight. Here's Fata. He can fly, playing with confidence. 2 goals tonight already. Rico that time turned it over. It's a nice knockback by Fortunas. The Penguins have looked absolutely sensational tonight. 16:22 to go. 21 seconds on the power play. Kelleher will give it another look with Fernholm. Left wing side, Fernholm snaps one in from center ice. Sarovi's the first man on the job. Taps it deep behind the net to Willette. Willette looks for Rico Fata, left wing corner. Sarovi to Willette. Fata trying to get open in front. Nice pass, Fernholm back to Willette. Willette takes a shot. That goes high and wide. Long rebound. Kelleher keeps it alive. The penalty's over, but the Penguins still have the flow going. Here's a pass in front. Oh, Rico was just robbed for the second time. Good save by Willette. Rico Fata is knocking on the hat trick door. Looking razor sharp. Oh, this is Fata's best game by a mile of the season. Here's Kelleher. He's blazing. Chris Kelleher, coast to Filowich. Shot blocked. Rebound followed up by Dixon. The Penguins are getting to every loose puck. Maybe their most dominant performance so far of the season. And it's against the Manitoba Moose, mind you, folks, who have won 8 of their last 9. Here is Filowich behind the net, knocking one behind. Filowich has his bucket taken off, keeps the play moving. Scuderi reaches in, lifts a pass to Koltsov. Koltsov, right wing corner, good stop and start. Gets around Bieksa. Bieksa comes back with a hit. Koltsov tries to come right back. Manitoba desperate to start any kind of offense they can. It has just been a free fall. They have not had a shot on goal in 22 minutes. Here's Armstrong, rips a slap shot. He scores! Oh, it's a bullet. You just can't believe these are the same 2 teams as last night. Colby Armstrong with a ring the bell at the Carnival slap shot. The Penguins have a 6-0 lead, and at what point does Maxime Willette have enough? 5:04 is the time of the goal. Colby Armstrong, number 9, gets his 9th of the year. And the Penguins, it's on like Donkey Kong, as I like to say, 6-0. There's 1:27 to go on Willette's minor. So at 12:59, Manitoba gets a real good chance.
For roughing, time of the penalty, 12:59. That's a Penguins Armstrong. 2 minutes for roughing at 12:59.
Guillaume Lefebvre tried to earn a spot, couldn't get it. Nice keep in by Butenschon. Manitoba with their best chance of the game manpower-wise. 5-on-3 for more than a minute. Bieksa back to Butenschon. Sven can score from up there. Bieksa's shot misses on the short side. Lefebvre competes. Nice diving play. Butenschon fires, rips it. Big pad save, Caron. Caron's been sharp. Butenschon gets a chance to reload up on high. Over to Bieksa. Down low, it's a chance. Joseph Bally walks in, fires, puts it right in the Penguin logo of Caron's goalie jersey, and he'll tie it up. 49 seconds to go on the two-man advantage. 6:23 to go in the middle period. Manitoba with some cardiac life support opportunity here. They're getting bounced around 6-0, but a couple of quick goals can change the flow. Rico Fata, Chris Kelleher, and Konstantin Koltsov. Penalty killers. It's Schultz, Boutenschon, Jaffrey, who's pretty good on the draw, Burrows, and Bieksa. Boutenschon and Bieksa, the killer bees on that blue line from Manitoba. Boutenschon across to Bieksa, far right point, down low. Burrows has it, pass through the wickets. Boutenschon couldn't find the handle, and now Manitoba will only have 30 seconds of that 5-on-3. 6:04, 6:03, 6:02 to go in the period. Here's Bieksa, crisscrosses over the blue line. Nice drop pass. Burrows just keeps it onside. Fata dove for it. Boutenschon throws it around. Bieksa, tough angle pass down low. Jaffrey trying to get open in front. Boutenschon has it. They roll it back and forth. 10 seconds to go. That shot well off target. Bieksa was perhaps looking for a deflection. Rico Fata covers Boutenschon. Here's a give down low. Nice block pass by Kelleher. Back on the point. The Penguins have one man back. Down low, bank shot. Look out, loose in the crease. Rico Fata ties it up. Manitoba fakes a shot. Now they take it, just deflected off the side of the net. Penguins are killing some valuable time here. More Boutenschon keeps it onside. 15 seconds to go. Big save by Caron. Jason Jaffrey with a pool hall tip shot through his legs. And Caron just sweeps it into the glove. Well, it's going strong. 6-0 Wilkes-Barre lead. They are just piling it on the Manitoba Moose, and this is the Manitoba Moose with 39 points, second best in the league, and had an 11-4 road record coming in. It's looking more and more like 11-5 if the Penguins keep up the effort. Rico Fata has 2 goals. Sarovia a goal and assist. Armstrong a goal and assist. Stevie Dixon has a goal. Guillaume Lefebvre scored a nice goal. Lannon has an assist. Scuderi, Kelleher, Koltsov. Michel Ouellette has an assist. Just a good night. Caron, 12 saves and a 6-0 lead. Stone tried to chip a puck out. Couldn't quite do it. There's a shot blocked by Ryan Lannon, who's playing a real good game. Bonvie and Filowich chipped the puck deep. Dennis Bonvie will beat Boutenschon to the puck. Good tap pass to Filowich. Filowich a reverse pivot to Ryan Stone. Stone tries a give and go. Bonvie outmuscles Boutenschon to the puck, but Sven uses that good height to shield the play. Penguins are really playing like it's a tie game. Forget a 6-0 lead. Wilkes-Barre is still winning battles even strength. Boutenschon trying to feather a breakout pass. Here's a lead rush for Jesse Schultz. Schultz tries a toe drag. Kelleher's not buying that. Jonathan Filowich trying to bounce around his man. Filowich rolling it in on Maxime Ouellette. Good sportsmanship by Filowich not to get after it, and Bonvie not letting Craig Darby dictate any of Jonathan Filowich's flow. Fans, if you're enjoying the B2 Network broadcast, we're glad to have you here. And fans, if you're listening, all you need is high-speed internet connection. We'll bring the game directly to you for $6, whether at home, the office, or 2,000 miles away. You can watch the Penguins on the B2 Network. Just go to WBSPenguins.com for full information. And I am told by my good friends at the B2 Networks, the Penguins have the highest subscription rate of any team in the league. So on behalf of the team, thanks so much for listening, fans, and making us the best at so many of the things we do. Here's Sarovi, right wing side. 6-0 Wilkes-Barre lead. Turnaround shot by Ouellette. Nice save by Ouellette on Ouellette. That's Maxime and Michel Ouellette. No relation. A very common last name in the Quebec language. Well, the French language of the province of Quebec. Ouellette. We'll have a face-off as there was a hand pass apparently in the zone. 2:45 to go. Second intermission. Alain Vigneault, the head coach of the Manitoba Moose, a longtime colleague and friend of Michel Therrien. It's the first time in pro hockey history former coaches of the Montreal Canadiens are battling in the minor leagues. It's a very, very good show. Manitoba won the opening round. There's a quick shot and a goal from Manitoba. 2:32 to go. There was a loose turnover. The Penguins looked a little bit sloppy that time. Bissonnette and Fernholm are getting some ice time, but Manitoba got a chance to shoot one in, and it looks like it's going to be a goal by Mike Brown. So no shutout tonight for Caron. Manitoba gets on the board, and this will come at 17-28. Penguins still with a commanding 6-1 lead, but it ain't perfect no more. Wilkes-Barre Scranton has clicked twice on the power play this evening. Manitoba has not scored a power play goal. Shamrock Bryan back in the studio. The Penguins on a power play in our third period. Red Robin Lucky power play contestant is Barbara Wengsgren of Plymouth. Here comes Wilkes-Barre. Rico Fat is on hat trick watch. Kelleher a snapshot through a screen, just deflected wide. Stone was in front. It is Armstrong, Welch, Lefebvre, and Stone. Kelleher, a good give to Noah Welch. Welch, a tip shot, wrist shot through a screen. Blocked and deflected wide. Noah working on that point accuracy. Here's Welch with a chance. Sends it back to Kelleher. Kelleher off balance wrist shot. Flutters in. It's blocked and caught by Ouellette. Almost a dangerous looking chance. Very good work by the Penguins. Angles right wing side. Bonvie and Boutenshon, former teammates here in the first 2 years in Wilkes-Barre. It seems like a long time ago, but Bonvie and Boutenshon were here when this whole thing got off the ground back in the day. 1999-2000 season. Guillaume Lefebvre has played great tonight. Lefebvre, 4 checks. Little give and go with Ryan Stone. Stone's all alone in front. Stone back to Lefebvre. Guillaume Lefebvre shot it off the crossbar with a wide open net. Guillaume Lefebvre. Oh my, I feel like Bob Barker watching somebody miss on The Price is Right with a layup. All he had to do was say the right number, and he shot it off the crossbar. What a pass by Ryan Stone. I hope Guy scores again tonight just to make up for that one. Lefebvre has been terrific this weekend. One of the best players for the Penguins. Fernholm throws a high lob. I really like what I'm seeing from Daniel Fernholm, especially when you consider this is only his third game at this level. Rico Fat, a nice 4-check steal. Did not get it in front to the right team, but Rico Fat has clearly been the man of the match for Wilkes-Barre tonight with 2 goals and an assist. He only had 1 point in his first 25 games, has 3 tonight. Michel Ouellette takes a rocket wrist shot at Maxime Ouellette. No relation in the Manitoba net. Was high and wide. Moose try to break it out. Here's a clear. Fernholm reaches back with help from Paul Bissonnette. Bissonnette, good wheel pass. Here's Michel Ouellette. Slap shot. Pad save by Ouellette. Very good on Ouellette. Michel Ouellette has an assist tonight. Now has 30 points. 10 goals and 20 assists. Tough angle shot. Dixon hacks and whacks at it. Manitoba covers the line. 27 shots tonight for the Penguins, just 14 for the Moose. Manitoba went almost 28 minutes without a shot on goal after the opening minute and a half. Here's a rolling puck. Johnny Filowich comes barreling down the right wing. Slap shot. Big belly save that time by Maxi Ouellette. Oh, the Penguins are just flying in that transition game. 30 shots on net, 14 for the Moose, and the Penguins with a 6-1 lead. Yes, you heard that right. We've got the holiday hat trick ticket packages on sale now. Now through New Year's Eve, you can pick any 3 games in any zone and save up to $10 off the gate price. Stop by our Penguins team store or call 208-PENS for more details. Armstrong, a slap shot. It's blocked in front. Stone shoots and scores! Ryan Stone gets the goal. Dennis Bonvie in front. The Penguins have scored a goal in all 3 periods. Ryan Stone is one of those players out of the Brandon Wheat Kings, about an hour from Manitoba, scoring a goal against one of his teams. Ryan Stone is now going to be credited with his 7th goal of the year. You can just see how guys are going to react and how they're going to perform. This is such a luxury. Rarely against a quality team like Manitoba do you see a lead like this. This is just perfect. Nice tap in by Fernholm. Again, a lot of young kids would have smacked that down and taken an icing call. Fernholm instead sends it in. Now Jimmy Roy's going to fight Bonvie, and Jimmy Roy bought off a little bit more than he wanted. Bonvie gave Roy a check. Roy didn't like it. Jimmy Roy dropped the gloves first, and now Bonvie is feeding him with a Gerber spoon. Jimmy Roy's a good veteran guy. He's showing the Moose it's not okay to give up. But if you're going to start picking fights, Dennis Bonvie would be the last guy you'd sign up for. Dennis lowers the boom. Penguins are up 7-1. You're listening on 92.1 WQFM. Stone from Armstrong. Ryan couldn't get the shot off, but I like the way Armstrong and Stone are figuring it out. Guillaume Lefebvre's played a great game. Kelleher taps a pass into the near wing corner. Stone takes the hit. Armstrong in front to Lefebvre. Oh, Maxi Willette with maybe his best save of the hockey game. Guillaume Lefebvre has scored a goal. He shot an open net opportunity off the crossbar that did not go in, and then Maxi Willette just robbed him. I mean, robbed him. Guillaume Lefebvre is the guy who could have the hat trick by now. What a good save by Willette, who's otherwise had a forgettable night for him. Maxi Willette's a good goaltender. We've seen him play some good games, but just didn't happen for him tonight. Bonvie throwing the body around with Filowich. Bonvie and Jimmy Roy. Jimmy Roy and Bonvie had a little bit of a roughing exchange that bordered on a fight a few minutes ago. Mike Brown throws one deep. Jimmy Roy looking around. He's aware of Bonvie at all times. Paul Bissonnette coming back the other way. Scoops one up. Dixon cruising with Filowich. Bonvie and Dixon, the Nova Scotia boys, trying to move it forward. Sven Butenschon back to Fort Tunis. Manitoba trying to figure out whatever they can. It's not their night. This game is pretty well over, but you never know. Quick shot blocked by Bissonnette, deflects up into the safety netting for a whistle and face-off. Now here we go. Bonvie and Roy just got Myrtle the turtled. He wanted no part of this. Dennis Bonvie didn't like the way Jimmy Roy kind of turned on the switch, but didn't want to screw in the light bulb. And Bonvie gets right over him, and Jimmy Roy gets up saying, hey, what did I do to deserve this? And, well, this is Dennis's town, and you don't want to act up on his watch. 7:32 to go. Third period, Penguins up 7-1, and Jimmy Roy is almost saying, hey, what's this all about? And now Bonvie's had enough. And Jimmy Roy looks like a very frightened man. You never know what's really going to happen here. Dennis wants in on Jimmy Roy. Now, one of the linesmen fell down. So Dennis might be in a little bit of trouble. Jimmy Roy has been a long-time Manitoba guy, but he's in way over his head with Dennis Bonvie. The fans love Dennis, and Dennis is just tougher than him. Gets a big ovation. It's a Penguin kind of night with a 7-1 lead, and you don't want to see any unpleasantness. These are two good teams, two very well-coached teams, and Jason Jaffrey has it. Tapping it through. Guillaume Lefebvre, a steal. Takes his time. Guy clears it in deep. 1 minute to go in the third period. One of the most complete efforts of the season for Wilkes-Barre. They did everything right, and they lead 7-1. The only question now is, will Rico have a 4-point night and a big old Texas hat trick? Bissonnette hard around the dasher. 45 seconds to go. Koltsov working with Dixon to get out of the zone. Bissonnette coming to offer some support as well. Manitoba has to tag up. It's going to be a Penguins victory in grand statement. Wilkes-Barre will have 45 points on the year, building on this big victory over the Manitoba Moose. Here's Craig Darby coming in across the way. Butenschot, his blast is blocked. And it's a nice clear away. The Penguins just right to the buzzer, 17 seconds away, not giving up any quarter. Sebastien Caron with a 19 saves, 7-1 victory, 12 seconds away from the books. Thanks to a lot of folks tonight. Sven Butenschot and Elaine Vigneault joining me. There's going to be other nights for the Manitoba Moose, I can promise you that. Shamrock Bryan back in the studio. The big sipper, Chris Sipsky. Philadelphia has defeated Hartford in a shootout 3-2. Hershey has knocked off Bridgeport 2-1, and the Penguins win a face-off. They send it down. 3 seconds to go. The fans are on their feet. There's your horn. The entire Penguins bench is on the ice to salute Sebastien Caron as the Penguins win 7-1 against the number 2 ranked team in the league. Right now we'll go back to the studio.